Okay, so I'm gonna try this trick. I need egg yolks and I need egg whites. Yeah, look, watch.
What?
Yeah. How you separate egg yolks from egg whites.
Come on, girl. Get it. Get it.
How cool is that? Other than, usually I take an egg and I switch it from like one half of the eggshell to the other half to the other half and back and forth till I get it. But look at that. Look at that, you guys. All you need is an empty water bottle.
And
that's it.
Little minis help.
And the little minis, yeah, little minis.
I guess it doesn't matter which one, but the little minis are pretty good.
Okay, so for this recipe, you need egg yolks and you need egg whites and you need them separated. And that's the way you do it. Alright, let's get started with this video. Okay guys, I am making a new recipe today and I had to convert it from a European recipe to an American recipe because I could only find it in a European recipe and they use ounces and pounds. And we're a little bit different here. We use cups and tablespoons and teaspoons here. So I had to work on converting it, which is what I did here. And it is a Nutella brioche star bread. Now I've been wanting to make this really badly. I belong to a bread group over on Facebook. I will leave a link down below so you guys can join it too. It's got, I want to say, 10,000 members, something close to that, and I absolutely love it. I get the most amazing recipes and ideas for recipes there, and everyone is, well, not everyone, a select few of people have jumped on board and have started making this bread, Nutella brioche, which is a sweet dough. And I want to be one of them because it looks phenomenal and I absolutely love Nutella. I think as we all do. So hopefully my tripod is set up great for you guys so you guys can see this. So this dough is going to be a little bit different. There's no water. So what we're using is 3/4 cup of warmed milk, and that's what's going to activate our yeast. So 3/4 cup of milk. I'm going to throw in 2 teaspoons of instant yeast. Get our yeast activated here. Usually when I do bread, it's usually water. Alright, and then I'm going to go ahead and add, it's like 3.5 cups of bread flour, but it's a little bit more than 3.5 cups when I did the conversion. So I'm going to add 3.5 cups, and then I'm going to keep 1/2 cup to the side. 2, 3, and then let me grab my little 1/2 cup here. So 3.5 cups, and then I'm going to keep 1/2 cup to the side in case I need it. So I'm going to put that over there. And then to that we are going to add 1/3 cup of sugar, which I already have measured out. It calls for a pinch of salt. Now if anybody doesn't know what a pinch is, it's whatever you can fit between your thumb and your forefinger. So there's a pinch of salt. 2 tablespoons of melted butter. Okay, so here is our 2 tablespoons of melted butter. Just going to add right in. And then what we're going to do is add the 2 separated egg yolks. Now we're going to save the egg whites to brush on our bread later down the road. And then that is it. So we're going to crank this up and we're going to mix this until it comes to a nice ball dough. And then we will knead it for 5 to 7 minutes. If you're kneading it by hand, it will be 10 minutes. Okay guys, once you get it to this stage, bring it in closer here. You go ahead and set your timer. I'm setting mine for 7 minutes. And I'm going to let it knead for 7 minutes. It kneaded it in the machine for 7 minutes, and I'm just going to hand knead it a bit. Just because it's supposed to have this silky smooth texture, and it just wasn't there using the KitchenAid. So sometimes it just requires a little bit of hand kneading. Just fold it in on itself. It should leave you with a dough that will spring back at you. I don't know if you can see this. You should be able to push on it and then it bounces back. See how it bounced back? See that? Almost like Play-Doh. So once you have it like that, you're going to put it in a bowl. Now, this recipe calls for vegetable oil. So, not like an olive oil or anything. So I went ahead and I put vegetable oil in, and I'm just going to coat my dough ball in it. Make sure it's nice and saturated. And then I'm going to wetten my rag. So wetten it with some warm water and wring it out really good. And then use this to cover. Or you can use saran wrap, but I use cloth. So because this is a brioche dough, it's going to take longer to rise and to double in size. And we're going to look at it here so you know the size of it. We're going to wait till this doubles, and this is going to roughly take about 2 hours. They say a couple hours, so we're going to check back in 2 hours. So I'm going to start my timer for 2 hours, and I'm going to put this somewhere warm. I'm going to put it probably in my oven with the light on, and let this rise and check back with it in 2 hours. So in 2 hours I will be back, and hopefully we can get on to the fun part of making Nutella bread. Alright guys, I'll be back. Okay guys, we are back, and it's been about 2.5 hours actually, because we went to the pool swimming with the baby, and you can see that my brioche dough has risen beautifully. So what you're going to do is just go ahead and gently deflate this. Okay, I'm going to roll it out onto the board and really just go ahead and work out all the air bubbles. And then what you're going to do is you're going to roll this like so. And then, once you get it in a roll, we're going to cut it up to 4 pieces. Okay. And then, what we're going to do, I'm going to put my 3 pieces back in the bowl. And what you're going to do is take this and roll it out. And you want it to be in a 10-inch disc, really. We're gonna try. I have not worked a lot with brioche. It's much more of a delicate, finicky dough. I'll tell you that. Takes some practice getting the dough perfect and not tough. or too dry. So if you guys attempt this and have a bit of trouble in the beginning, have no fear, so did I. When I first attempted brioche, I made homemade honey buns, and it took me, I think, 3 attempts to make the dough before it came out the way I wanted. So anyway, I'm gonna just roll this out. It doesn't have to be perfect because we're going to cut this into a circle. But you do want it on the thinner side. So, alright, let me grab a plate. Actually grab this one. So I want to make sure that I at least have, and you can use a dinner plate if you want. I don't think mine's going to be able to be as big as a dinner plate. Let me get one just to see. I think I'm going to be short. Just a little. I might be able to do it. Let me see if I can just roll this out a little bit more. Okay, so then what I'm going to do is I'm going to get out a piece of parchment. And a flat cookie sheet. I'm going to go ahead, see if I can do this gracefully. If you guys can see that. There's my cookie sheet and my parchment. I'm just going to gently lift my dough. Now you can use a rolling pin. In fact, I can show you the trick on that in case you need it. And you basically, if your dough is sticking, you put it up on your rolling pin. Okay. I made sure my board was well floured, but you can lift your dough up like that and then lay it on your parchment that way if you need to. So there it is on my parchment. I'm going to roll it out a bit more. So it likes to spring back on you. So, getting so hot and muggy here. Wasn't sure how my dough was going to react. I think it's going to storm soon. So, alright, so there you have it, if you can see that. I'm going to use an offset spatula here. And all I'm going to do is take some Nutella. Woo, there you go. And now, it's humid here. I'm very warm, so my Nutella is very soft. But if your Nutella is not soft, you can heat it up in the microwave just a little bit. And I'm just going to spread my Nutella out. And you don't have to take it all the way to the sides because we are going to trim those sides and make this a nice round dough. Nice round shape. But you want to make sure it's spread pretty good. Alright, so once you've got that, you're going to set this aside. Can you see that okay? We're going to set that aside and we're going to work on another dough ball. So, go ahead and roll this one out. Let's take some time, take some patience. Like so. Go ahead and lay your tray down. And I'm just going to lay this right on top. And don't be afraid. Kind of spread your dough out. Okay? And then once you've got that layer, you're going to do the same thing. Go ahead, grab some Nutella. Okay, guys. Alright, so now we have 2 layers down. And I just have to do dough ball number 3. And number 4. And hopefully this is recording. I'm not sure where you guys got cut off. I hope it's not too bad. Or, on your rolling pin, grab your tray, and then I'm just going to go ahead and lay this layer. Now this layer is a little shorter. I think my dough ball was a little smaller. But brioche is pretty forgiving, as in it'll actually let you spread it out some. So don't be afraid to stretch your brioche dough. I can't even speak. And then what you're gonna do again is another layer of Nutella. I have my overhead kitchen light on, so I'm hoping you guys can see better. We're kind of at the end of the day here, so the lighting in my kitchen is not the best. But this is not something that's quick to make, so this is like a, you know, set aside 3 or 4 hours to make this if you're going to make it, because it is time consuming with the raising of the brioche dough and making it and all of that. So alright, so once you've got that layer on, and we're going to go ahead and do our last dough ball. Here. And we're just going to pull it off and add it right on top. And spread it out if you have to. Okay. Now, our next step is going to be to put the plate on the brioche. Okay. And with a knife, we're going to cut off the excess sweet dough here. Hands might get a little messy, but that's all right. Just go ahead and tear away the scrap. I know you hate to throw it away, but okay. And then lift your plate, and you should have what looks like a perfectly round dough here. Okay, so now what we need is a little glass, and I don't have a little glass, so I'm just going to use a regular mouth-sized pint jar, and I'm going to put that right smack in the middle of my dough, as best in the middle as you can get. Okay, then with your knife you're going to cut at 6 o'clock, 12 o'clock, 3 o'clock, and 9 o'clock. Okay, then you're going to cut each piece in half. Okay, then you're going to cut each piece in half again. One there, one there, one there, one there. My knives are not the sharpest. They need sharpening very badly. Hopefully your knife will be sharper than mine. Okay, and then once you do that, all right, once you get that done, now the trick is in turning them. Okay, so you're going to grab two pieces like so, and you're going to twist them once, twist them twice, and then you're going to twist them a half turn, and you're going to pinch the dough together. Okay, just like that. Alright, so I'll show that to you guys again. A little hard with the camera. Okay, we're going to get our layers here and take them and twist them out once, twist them out twice, then twist them a half a turn and pinch the dough together. Okay. Alright, do it again. Roll out once, twice, and a half more turn, and pinch it together. One, two, and pinch them together. Now, I put a lot of Nutella on this. You probably won't want to put as much Nutella as I did. But hey, can you ever have too much Nutella? No. One, two, half turn, pinch. Okay, so after you get all the sides pinched, you're just going to lift off your jar, and you should have a beautiful star design like that. Now it's a little messy because I used a bit too much Nutella, so go light on the Nutella. Now what you're going to do is take a warm, damp rag and just lay it on top, and you're just going to let this rise a second time for about 20 minutes. So I'm going to set my timer for 20 minutes, and when 20 minutes is up, I will be back, and we will go ahead and put it in the oven. All right, guys, I'll be back. Okay, guys, so after it's been allowed to rise the second time, I'm just going to go ahead and make sure that these little edges are pinched. Okay, and then what we're going to do is we're going to brush it with those egg whites that we saved. So I've got my egg whites here. You guys can't see them, they're off camera, but we're just going to go ahead and brush the center. And brush each one of these. And that's going to give it a nice glaze, a nice golden glaze shine to it. Once it's done, there's my timer. Spin this around and get the other side here. It already smells so good. I can't wait to see how this is going to turn out. So. Alright, so there we have it. There's our bread. Let's see if I can hold it up for you. You can see how lovely it is. Now we're going to put this in a 350-degree oven for 15 to 20 minutes. We're going to keep an eye on it, guys, because we don't want it too brown. I've seen some where they look so pretty and then they're just over browned. I don't like my bread too brown. I don't like it raw, of course, but I don't like it too brown. So keep a close eye on it. Cook it until it's done, but not overly brown. So 15-20 minutes, and then when it's all done, I will come back and show you guys what it looks like. All right, guys, be back. Okay, guys, here's the end product here of my Nutella bread. Hopefully you guys can see that. It's coming in focus. But that is it. So I'm going to let this cool before we give it a try, but it is definitely pretty. And the house smells like chocolate and bread together. Isn't that lovely? It's very pretty. So, as you guys can see, it was not difficult to make. A little time consuming, yes, but not difficult. So if you guys give this a try, comment down below and let me know. And if you, I'm also going to leave the link to my Facebook page, at least until my website is up. And if you guys make this, leave me a picture so I can see what yours looks like. Because I have a feeling every time you make this, it's going to turn out just a little bit different. Oh, what's the matter? Alright, so I'm going to go because the baby is crabby, and let this cool, and I'll let you guys know how it ended up tasting. I think it's going to taste amazing though. I mean, it's Nutella and bread, right? Alright guys, talk to you later. Okay. Alright, so here, I'm videotaping it now, and I'm going to let Big Daddy pull off a piece because this is a pull-apart bread. Is it ridiculous? Does it taste as good as it looks? Because it's really pretty.
It's so It's nice and moist and chewy on the inside. It's got that crispness with that egg wash. And it's not real crisp though. It's
Okay, go ahead and grab a piece, Luke.
It's not crunchy. It's just
no.
Nice
That's the top part. This is the whole
Grab
piece
the whole
right
thing.
here.
Come here, baby.
Maddie only got half of his.
Come here, honey.
There we go.
Yeah, give me a little piece for the baby. Please. Thank you.
Well.
Yeah. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Take a bite.
Ooh, how's it taste?
Is that delicious?
Oh, that good, Mason.
Is that delicious?
Yum yum. Really good? All right, guys. So if you try it, let me know. It's so pretty.
Fantastic.
Okay. I'm glad it turned out
really
good.
Pretty.
I'm glad it turned out good. All right, we will definitely be making this again. So, all right, guys, I hope you enjoyed this recipe. All right, I'll be back tomorrow. I'm doing braided bread tomorrow. I've been watching this phenomenal lady. I'm going to share her channel with you tomorrow, and she braids bread, and I'm so excited to give it a try. So, all right, I'll be back tomorrow. Bye.